Okay, it's been a week and 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. A week and 5 days since my marathon, and I thought I'd make a video of my race recap video. Tell you how my race went. Well, Saturday night, as you all know, I made my pre-race video, and after doing that, we tried to calm things down in the hotel to get some sleep, but it took a while to get 4 kids calmed down to get some sleep. But we laid down about 11, and then I didn't get much sleep. But anyway, when I got up, I got down to the race place about the starting line about 6:30, and starting time was 7. And that once it got started, we got going, and I saw Stacy and Dexter at the first mile. We saw that in the video. They were waving at me. Everything was pretty good for the first probably 9 miles. Even that first hill, once I got up there and was on it and was moving around with it, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But mile 10 was through the campus of WVU, and it was downhill through the campus, because that's on the hill, the top of the hill in Morgantown. And the hardest part of the marathon, the whole thing, was going from after you got to mile 10 or mile 12, that's where some of the ups and down hills were. You go up and down. The part mile 14 was on the Deckers Creek Trail, which is where I did my half marathon back in June. And then after that, it went on the Deckers Creek Trail for a short time, and then it went on what's called Greenbag Road in Morgantown. Thanks for my coffee. And then on Greenbag Road, that's when the elevation started going up. That's after going 16 miles. Then it'd go up a little bit, then it would level off. Then it'd go up, then it'd level off. Then it'd go up, and then eventually, when it got to mile 18, that's when the elevation kept going up more constant. And went to a place called White Park. Went around the park. It had to be the biggest park I've ever seen. The parks here in Mannington and Rachel, they're not half as big as this place was. But we went completely around that park, and mile 20 was about the highest point in that area. And then it went from mile 20, we went back down the Greenbag Road, and then the rest of the way up Greenbag Road was mile 21 and a half to 22. And that's where I had my video clip where I said I went furthest that I had ever went. And once I got off of Greenback Road, it was mostly downhill from there on Don Knotts Boulevard. You guys know who Don Knotts is? Barney Fife? He's from Morgantown. Did you know that? If you knew that, tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments if you knew Don Knotts was from Morgantown, West Virginia. Don Knotts, Andy Griffith Show. Come on, you guys know who he is. But going down Don Knotts, down the hill was fine, but then realized it started creeping up. You could tell there was a slight elevation there again. So miles 22 to 23 and a half was downhill, and then 24 to 25, it leveled off a little bit more, and then 25 to 26, about 25 and a quarter and a half, somewhere around there, uphill to the Coliseum. That's when things really got tough. Because there was a woman that I was talking to around mile 17. She was like, "Oh, these hills there's so many hills here." I'm looking at my cats; they're playing. There's so many hills around here on this marathon. But then at mile 22, she passes me going down the hill, because she says she had her second wind with some caffeine. She had a bottle of pop, so she got that. and that helped her to finish the race. She passed me, finished probably 4 or 5 minutes ahead of me. Once she got in front of me, she just got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until I didn't see her anymore. Now, the finish line. Once I got up to the finish line, I decided that I was going to keep running after I got where flattened out. That last clip in my race video, I'm running the entire time. I didn't even see Stacy and the kids. The one of them yelled at me. I think it was one of the girls yelled, probably Dexter or Sammy. I didn't even see them until after they yelled at me. Then I said hi to them, and then I passed that one guy at the end. I was wondering if he was going to try to make a run for it, and he and I, like, take off and see who's going to. We have a photo finish and all that kind of stuff. Didn't happen. He was probably just as exhausted as I was. But I crossed the finish line, and when I did, you heard me go, oh. I felt like I was about ready to let everything go, because I was like, oh, nauseous. I was lightheaded. I thought maybe I was going to vomit or something, but I didn't. Never have done that yet after a race or after running. But then afterwards, I walked around for a little bit. Stacy and the kids came over, and they found me, and I tried to sit down with Stacy, but when I did, my hips were locking up on me, so I had to stand back up. Then I sat back down next to her, and they had locking up on me, so I got back up. Then I decided I'm just going to walk. So I stayed up, walked around there for a while. I got to see got some food, got some drinks. They had beer, they had water and lemonade, and sandwiches and apples and cookies and bagels, that kind of stuff. But we stayed around there for a little while, and then we had to go back to the hotel. The kids, they weren't too happy about walking back to the hotel, but we went slow, because I was moving slow anyway. So it probably took us twice the amount of time as it did to get back to the hotel as it did to get to the Coliseum. Then that's pretty much the race. And then whenever we got to the hotel, I took a shower, then laid around on the hotel bed for a little while, and then everybody was ready to go, and so we just packed up and came back home, right?
Yeah.
But that's about it. Not too much going on besides what was in the race video itself. Anything you want to add to after the race?
It was cold that day. I bet you were hot.
It was, yeah, that's right. It was 57 degrees, 50s, high 50s whenever the race started at 7 in the morning. But it was only like 70 at the end of the race, and so it's not a very big jump. And it's September, at the end of September, it's fall, but that's not typical for this time of year. I don't think. I think it's a little cooler than it could have been. But here's the medal that I got. Here you can see that. See, it says Morgantown Focus. See? It says Morgantown Marathon. And this little thing here, this is the quarter. They gave us a quarter at the race expo in a race bag. And this is the West Virginia quarter, and it has the New River Gorge Bridge, this is also on here. This is the Coliseum, and these are small. These are portrayals of the PRT for the college, and these are pictures or different parts of the college campus. And this is just a hill background with some maybe a sunset, I guess. We'll say that. But that's what the explanation of the medal. But yeah, that's how race day went. I was sore afterwards for a few days, and I had some soreness left over in my foot. I made a video explaining about that. You can on my recovery video I recorded earlier. You can see that, because today you get 3 videos. This one, my recovery video, and I talked to you about a test that I had done yesterday. So go back and watch those too if you haven't already. And I haven't decided on any kind of races that I'm going to do next. I'm running with Stacy. She's doing a Couch to 5K program right now, and I'm working with her on that. Today we went for a little run, and I'll probably start back Monday doing my regular stuff like I do. But we haven't signed up for anything. Maybe we'll do. She wants to do a 5K first, so we'll do a 5K, and maybe at the end of the year or beginning of next year, if she feels up to it, we'll do a half together. Okay. So we'll see. But that's the race. That's the post race. Hope you like the medal. Okay. Thanks for watching. Okay, before I go, I wanted to ask a question, everybody. How long should you wear your medal after you do your first marathon? I wore mine all day when I came back. I went to the store and I had it on, and somebody said, "Oh, what place did you come in?" I said 158th out of 300 people. And they kind of like, "Oh, okay, well, congratulations on your marathon." But how long should I wear this? Should I wear it like a week? I took it to work, and I showed it to people at work the first 2 days. How long? How long should I keep it? I mean, I'm still talking about wearing it every now and then just to get around with Stacy. But let me know. How long did you wear your marathon medals, or your 5K, or your 10K, or your half marathon medals when you did your first ones, or your second or thirds, or are you still wearing them days after you do them? Let me know. Again, there it is, the marathon medal with the West Virginia quarter placed inside. Okay? Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. Okay?